Okay, so you decided to go up the tunnel. So you're going back out into the wild above this area. So yeah, making your way back up is a lot more difficult. The water's coming down now, not particularly heavy, but it meaning it's all a bit more muddier, a bit slippier. And when you finally do get your head above ground, the rain is properly lashing down. I'm really sorry if I use any like British colloquialisms here, but like it's really, really hitting, really hammering down, and it kind of looks like it's just pouring in. It doesn't look like dangerous or anything. It's not like a flood, you don't think, but maybe it's something to keep an eye on.
What's the level of the river? Is the river
you
rising?
You can't really see because it's kind of down a little bit. It's not high enough that you can see, so that's probably a good sign. Your bridge is still intact, but maybe it's something to keep an eye on as well.
I'm not an engineer. That's Gotven right here, but doesn't it not make sense to build an underground complex right next to a raging river? Isn't there water that can go in the ground and stuff?
I mean, they may have built it before there was a river there, or at least the river was as big as it is now. Anyway,
okay.
Yes, it doesn't make any sense, but we should either get our business done quickly. If this continues, we are going to see this river come in this direction, and there has been constant mud in all the corners of everything, so I'm assuming this has happened before and will happen again.
That's why he's the chief engineer of the kingdom.
I gotta say, that did not occur to me. All right, let's head back down.
All right, because there's got to be a way for the Boggarts to survive.
I thought they were just filthy. I thought they were just filthy creatures.
Well, they are.
That's
but
my personal take on it.
They are, but also the fact that they've got to have a way to survive being drowned continuously. So there's got to be someplace that's dry in there too. So
you're really just way ahead on this one there, Gotven, I gotta say. My hat's off to you, man.
A lot of time in the sewers. A lot of time surviving, running from cops in the sewers. You gotta know your way around liquid levels.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Carefully worded.
So you head back
understanding.
And then, so what do you want to do? You've got the choice. Really, is you can either check out the door on the western wall, or you can push on down the corridor a little bit and see what awaits you down there.
I'm gonna check the door.
I think we should do the western wall first. Let's do this in a very orderly fashion.
Yeah, agreed. Systematic.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Who's going in?
Well, I want to listen to the door first. That worked out really well last time.
It really did. Roll a presence check for me, please.
I don't hear anything worth hearing. Anything I hear is wrong, so...
Yeah, it's all good. Come in. It's fine. No, you can't hear shit.
All right. I say this is probably a closet or something. There's like nothing. There's no sounds whatsoever.
Oh, we should loot the closet then.
Yeah, let's do it. I just throw the door open. Just completely, just heedlessly.
Doors open. I assume Richie's still playing. He's not just like abandoned the table. Gotven comes in with a torch, lighting the room. And this is a bit wider room. It's like 20 foot, like 30 foot wide, 20 foot deep. Mud everywhere, like absolutely like a layer of it, like it's piled up here. And then on one side there is a thing. It looks like almost like a nave or an altar at a church, plastered with mud. Like this room filled at some point and it's drained out. But this room is empty of bad things, but it's just head to floor to ceiling mud with a thing under mud.
Does it look like these boggart creatures are like excavating, like they're trying to take the mud out? Like, does it look like there's like a little trowel spots or places where people have been filling up with buckets with mud or footprints or anything? It
kind of looks like they run a clearing up operation more than excavating. So to Gotven's, it's all clearing Gotven's idea that maybe they live down here, and occasionally then it floods. so they got to, they sort of clear it out a little bit because it's obviously a thing down here. There's a use for them to be down here. But yeah, that kind of does make sense. That actually maybe they've tunneled into this complex and it floods occasionally, so they have to sort it out, kind of thing.
Can I climb up upon the mud and go to the altar?
Yeah. You sort of make your way, and it's really.
I just say to you guys,
out.
I'm just gonna check something out real fast, and then I just climb up on the mud.
Yeah, and it's really sucking mud. It properly
nice.
Almost takes your boots off if you've got boots. And as you get to the altar, it's really spiny. It's almost like there's a square stone altar and something on top of it is almost like cactus-like and spiny, covered in this mud, so you can't quite make out what it is. But you can try and clear.
Cactus-like?
It's like its spines are coming out, but you can't work out what it is under all the mud. Shit, I just said cactus come from Arizona. Damn it, they'll know all the different types.
Not really. They don't have. There's not like a test or anything. Fuck. Weird, man. That's fucking weird.
Hey, poke it with your stick.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might. I'm like, all right. I kind of poke it with see if it's like attached.
Yeah, the moment you hit it, no, it's not. It collapses. This whole thing like into the mud, and its bones. It was obviously a structure of various ribs and a skull and hand bones and femurs and leg bones, and it was obviously in a decoration almost, and you just smashed it over onto the floor.
Oh.
You just fucked up that Christmas tree is what I'm trying to say.
I'm like, oh, it was just a disgusting altar of death.
Great job. Defile their altar some more.
Good job.
I'm like, there must be something of value in here somewhere, and then I kind of look and see if there's any coins or anything in the.
Cool. Make me a presence check, please.
Natural 20.
Nice. I'm going to give you some extra fun then with an actual 20. Yeah, roll me a D66, please.
Is this to see how many gold I find?
No.
Something
all right.
Than that.
The red one is high. Red is high.
Yeah,
33, so didn't matter.
Okay. Oh, that's gross. Okay, that's cool. So what you find, like the whole thing has collapsed, but there was something obviously at the heart of it, and it is a black, very natural, very real lung. It's a single lung with one of the brachial tubes coming out of it. But yeah, it is basically a big black lung.
I'm like, a black lung? What? I'm like, well, that's revolting. Do I know any uses of black lungs? Like, for instance, is there like a silver piece, like price attached to it?
I mean, you could probably sell it to a doctor or something, but as far as you're aware,
this is my black lung. I earned it, and I just put it in my bag. I put it.
The moment as you put it like in your thing, you suddenly feel like it starts growing something, and it starts entering your body.
Oh, no.
What?
You feel suddenly.
Okay, I'm gonna run back.
Oh god!
I'm gonna run back to these guys. I'm like, fucking get this black lung out of me! Fucking black lung! Attack!
Black lung. Okay, cut them open. Cut them open.
And fully.
You have a knife? I only have a
Fully
hammer.
80s horror movie.
I'm like.
Yeah, you turn and
Gotven, you have a knife.
Yeah,
I have a sword. A sword. I'm gonna try and like.
Good enough.
I'm like.
Good enough. Okay. Okay.
Start
the...
poking at it to see if I can like.
Okay. Yeah, you literally can see it. It's on his back and it's absorbing into the skin, and like pustules are growing around it as it goes in. Are you going to try and?
Yeah.
You're going to try and cut it out.
I'll try and cut it out.
Cut it out of my back.
All right.
This is going to be an agility check. Don't roll.
Okay. Good thing I rolled a 3. So that would be a 5 minus another 2 for the difficulties. So
How much damage does your sword do?
D6.
Not D6 one, please.
1 point of damage.
Oh, one hit point off, Brendan. You're all right. That's
All right.
not bad, is it? Basically, yeah. You start jabbing and you can't get it. You stab, and then the next thing you know, it's absorbed into the body. Just goes in. You've got a black lung now.
What does it do? I mean, is it just like I smoked a whole lot? Is it just like was I in the
worked in a
mine?
coal
You got
factory.
a cool voice. You got a cool voice. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you because that's not how magic items work.
I turn around and I start yelling at Gotven, and I'm like, I trusted you to cut that lung out of my back.
I was trying not to cut your head off at the same time. Seriously.
I was like, you're my worst enemy now. You and I are enemies forever.
Well, you're just looking at the blank helmet because he's still wearing the helmet with the horns on it. So it's like you can't
Well,
see.
that's why he missed.
Yeah. Seriously,
No,
I'm
I
so
Can't see
angry right
anything.
now.
With the blast shield down, he can't see a thing.
I
fucking
can't
Eldar is
see
so
you.
angry right now.
Hold up your number of fingers. Any number of fingers.
I tried to strangle Gotven. I just throttling.
I just
him.
like headbutt him.
I just start I'm just.
It's an attack. So could you make a roll with your strength, please? Whoever rolls highest.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you said it.
I rolled a 10.
Rolled
actually a 9.
18 total.
Oh, yeah, you just like bat his hands away, just like, fuck up. What are you doing? Yeah.
I'm still really angry. I'm
Bro,
still really
I
angry.
tried. I was trying not to kill you at the same time, so I was being a bit tenuous with a sword that's this long. Like, come on. You're not dead.
Talk to me anymore.
It's inside of you. Do you feel like you're being eaten? Because if that's the case, you got to tell us if
What
you're
do
going
I
to be
feel
being
like? Do I feel weird?
Kind of good. Feels like you can breathe a bit better.
I say I feel
Yeah.
terrible.
It's actually,
I feel god awful. This is all your fault.
yeah. No,
All
you're
right.
kind of like, okay, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. No pain, nothing.
And I'm just kind of like, but then I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah. All right. Well, before this place floods, let's move on.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so stepping out into the main chamber again. You're gonna go a bit further down the corridor.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's kind of what's open to us now is the darkness, right? I guess we have to kind of go into the darkness.
Yeah.
The classic D&D, like, I guess we're going into the darkness.
100%. And your torch illuminates basically the rest of it. So this would have been a corridor that goes for a long time, but the very end of it is what looks like a rock fall. Looks like it's all come down at one end. So really, it only extends for about another 40 foot or so. And there's another one door on the east, one door on the west. Set back from each other a little bit.
But then
And
there's a rock fall.
Leads ahead. Like a rock fall, but it doesn't. It's basically the very end rock fall, but kind
And
of
it
like
doesn't, there's not like a little tunnel or nothing like excavated into it.
make a presence check for me, please.
Oh, I think I shall. Okay, remember presence checks for me are right. So I test as though I just hit a 17.
Nice. Yes, actually, sort of buried below there looks like there's another hole that's been dug under the rock fall, like going a bit deeper under that kind of thing. It looks like it's kind of been hidden. Maybe it was accidentally or not, but there's definitely a tunnel under.
I call Merkari over because I'm never speaking to Gotven again, and I say,
What do you need?
I say, look at these cheeky devils. They have burrowed beneath the rockfall.
Yeah, but we don't want to go deeper. Oh, with that water coming in.
But that's where the Boggarts are.
Well, we
They're
should
in there.
we should really
smoke 'em out.
Gotven has walked up. We should really go check these other doors first before.
Listen, Gotven, Eldar and I were talking, okay? Listen, you can do your engineering. We're talking. All right, Eldar.
Luckily, they
What do
can't
you
see
think?
my face.
What do you think? Can we smoke them out? You know?
We might be able to.
I go over to
I
the
don't
eastern
think-
door.
I mean, I got this furnace.
I don't think that's even a bad idea. I think we should.
I listen.
So while those two chatting about, make me a roll, please.
I think we should do that. Do we have access to any wood? Oh, is all of our wood sodden anyway?
Yeah, probably. Yes.
So
Which would be
14.
smokier.
Can't hear anything.
Open the
think of
door.
that.
And then you notice,
Oh,
just before you do, you notice that this door has got like almost like a wax sealant all around the edges of it. Kind of like wax, but like as if someone has filled it with something.
does it look like?
Maybe it's wax,
Does
maybe
it
it's
look like very
synthetic.
fine work, or is it like the rough hands?
Very rough. Yeah. It looks like someone's hastily stuffed like clay and like wax to the field around the door. Now they stop talking.
Yeah. Well,
Now they stop talking.
I pull my hand off the door before I was just about to open it, and
So back to our conversation.
I'll walk
we have all
over to
these
the other
doors
door.
here. We have all these doors. We
what
can
I
burn
was
those.
thinking.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. We can take these doors down and we can burn them. Let's do
Right.
it.
Yeah, we'll smoke them
The
out.
other door's the same.
the other door's
The
the
other
same.
door's the same.
Okay,
So-
cool.
All right.
We're just
I
gonna
will
go start
open the
taking
other
doors
door.
down, start prying them down.
Right, so hang on. So, right, 1 second. So, Merkari and Eldar are pulling down the doors that you've already been through.
Right.
Cool.
Because we're going to set them
Got it.
ablaze.
Gotven is going. Are you going the east door or the west door?
The west door.
Cool. Fantastic. Okay, so the door actually opens fine. As it opens, all the crap sort of floods down, like it falls off the ceiling and stuff. So it was sealed, but not like sealed shut, if that makes sense.
Right.
And this room, you are pulling down the doors behind. And as you open this room, it's like the same mosaics as in the corridor, but it's perfectly clean. There's no mud here. This room hasn't flooded. They obviously did like a kind of a flood defense kind of technique on the door. And this room is full of recessed shelves that have loads of little urns, almost like funerary urns, but like loads of them. And the only thing really, so it's the walls of that. It's about, how big is this room? Probably it's on 20 foot by 20 foot square room. Urns all the way floor to ceiling in the walls, each of the walls. But then dead center there is a cage, and there is an incredibly thin, emaciated looking boggart in the cage. And it looks like it's been gnawing at its own arm because it doesn't seem to have any other food. But yeah, it's been gnawing at its own arm to survive, but it's incredibly thin, incredibly emaciated. And then you hear as the first door comes off its hinges, I
like
Merkari and Eldar sort of walk down with the door like comedy fucking style.
I look back like, what do you, I don't even want to know. All right, the boggart's in the cage. How good is the cage?
It's not
God.
good, but that's so weak that
Right.
Gotven, break
Yeah.
down that other door. Come on, we gotta hurry up.
What are you doing?
We're gonna smoke them out.
Smoke goes up, not down, you idiots.
We'll billow it
Okay.
with my cloak. Wait, I forgot. I'm not talking to you.
There's a emaciated boggart in here. I'm talking to Merkari, obviously, because we're doing this bit now. What are these urns made of?
pottery, nice,
Okay,
quite
clay.
fine actually. Yeah, nice, yeah.
They'd probably be worth a tenner a piece, right? Something in that.
Tenors are quite.
Hey,
Worth something,
can-
yeah.
If they're
Is there
fine
anything in
old
there?
pottery, they're worth something, but not necessarily.
Is there anything in there we can burn?
I mean, there's a boggart.
Don't burn me.
What? Why did they seal you in here? He literally says that. I was like, I'll be like,
Yeah, he says, don't burn me.
why are you locked in here?
The king. I annoyed the king. He told me to be here.
You annoyed
Yeah.
the king, boggart.
Yeah, don't piss off the king.
Not that king. I'm sorry, I've just started doing like fucking Terry Jones from Monty Python.
Right. That's where I figured you were going.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
No, it's fucking perfect.
Yeah. How far away is your king from here?
He's down the tunnel.
Right.
You hear another as the second door comes off its hinges, and then a slam as the door hits down that sort of echoes through the cabin. He'll be coming.
All right. Well, I turn around and walk to the other door.
You're just gonna leave it in the
Gotven, you're just gonna leave that boggart right there? We have a job to do.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I walk over and run it through with my sword.
Yeah, absolutely. No need for a roll. But yeah, Mrs. Boggart's not gonna have her husband coming home tonight. Right. Okay. As you're running through and step back out, and Eldar and Merkari, you've piled up a bit of this wood now. Where are you piling it? So there's the entrance down. Are you piling it in the entrance? Are you piling it on the entrance? Yeah. What's your plan?
This is my thinking, is that if we build the fire inside the tunnel, and then we use my cloak to billow it, the smoke will go under the rocks. Like this. This is my actual plan. Okay.
Nice.
Fair enough. Okay.
Serious.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. So you're going to try and start this fire. Don't forget it's getting wetter and wetter on the floor now, but cool.
All right. Yeah.
It's cool.
Hurry.
Cool.
All right. Well, we gotta get that fourth. We gotta get that fourth door, right? So.
Well, I'm.
You
can eat. Yeah, I was going to open the fourth door. I'm opening the fourth door.
Yeah. Okay. Open it up. The ceiling comes down, and this room, also like the one across, is sort of touched by any of the water that's flooded. And there are 6 coffins, lead-lined coffins that are open, and it looks like whatever bodies are in there have long been pulled out. But you can probably have a little scratch around and see what's in the detritus at the bottom.
Well, I'm certainly going to do that, but before I do that, I take the material that's around the door, and I kind of gather it up into a sack, so that if I if I needed to seal the door from the inside, I could do so.
Yeah.
Of course, they're taking all the doors now, but.
So wait, you're gathering up like a giant like wad of earwax, kind of, or something? You don't even know where that came from.
That's fine. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna now look in these coffins.
Yeah, Gotven, are those wooden coffins?
No, they're lead. They're lead coffins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is
checking.
Really.
Don't set fire to that.
Yeah. Well, very difficult to set.
Lead smelting in enclosed space. Yeah. Roll me a D100 then, please.
All right. 74.
Oh, nice. You find a foot, someone's severed foot in one of the coffins, but also a ball and chain. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, not bad. That's not bad.
If that foot attaches itself to you, though, I'm going to be like...
See, now we're in the same boat. But is it like a mummified foot?
Yeah. It's an old one, old desiccated foot. You could probably eat it if you need rations. So you can count as one rations if you want. Well, that'll do to survive, haven't you? Yeah. Mud and bones, followed by a desiccated foot. It's a British Sunday roast. Right, so as you two are filling the tunnel with wood, with doors, you suddenly become aware that as like stuffing them down, like one of them slips down quite far, and you hear a rather large growling from below, and like a proper
what's he saying?
And like a clawing. You can't quite work out. Like it's a deep growl. Like,
I just like turned to Merkari. I'm like, what? That's not anticipated.
Well, I guess we're smoking them out without the smoke.
Yeah.
Let's back it up.
Yeah. I'll back it up, and I will draw my weapon.
Cool. So this is happening at the exact same time, Gotven, that you're sort of poking around the toxins. And mostly there's very little in there. Looks like some bones that have fallen to pieces, but there's very little. I'd say still quite a nice room, but there's very little to take. And then as you two back up at the last second, some more of the wood sort of disappears, and an arm comes out of the hole. And it's a boggart arm, but like a big boggart. Like almost like not troll size because it's not that big a hole, but it's bigger than you've seen so far. And then another arm comes out, and this thing lifts itself out, and basically it is like sort of like a Mordor orc, kind of all growths and fungus on its face as it pulls itself out. Pale skin, lank black hair. Looks like basically the biggest boggart you've ever seen, and you've only seen 3.
Is this like the King Boggart?
It looks substantially big. He doesn't have a little shitty crown or anything, but he's got clothes on. Let's say he's wearing a tunic. Yeah, and he started to pull himself out of the hole. What do you want to do? Gotven, you're currently unaware of this because you're fiddling around. You two are in the corridor. What do you do?
Merkari turns to Gotven and says, "If we kill the King Boggart, does that kill all the other Boggarts?"
Eldar.
Oh, Eldar. Turns to Eldar and says, "If we kill the King Boggart, does that kill all the other Boggarts? They just like fall into a puddle of goo?"
I say, I don't know. You're a king. I don't know anything about being a king. If somebody was to kill you, would everybody die? Is that something that you guys know about that we don't?
I don't think that happens.
Well, I don't see why it would happen here then.
I mean, there was that one blood countess I met once. I don't know what the hell would happen to her if you killed her. But her kingdom was also
discussing this. It's kind of now. I think it's coming out quite
at a rate. Big.
Yeah, is it taller than us?
You suspect that when it gets out, it will be taller than you.
I'm just gonna. I'm not very brave though. I'm not very brave at all.
Too.
You hear something. Well, you hear Merkari chatting about some bone princess, and you're like, what the fuck is he talking about?
So I'm just gonna start backing up because I don't really feel like I'm brave enough to handle this. This seems very scary.
Seems bad either. I will look at the King Boggart and say, "Hello, greetings. I am the King of the Black Throne, and I come here to parley."
It pulls itself fully out now and sort of stops and just looks at you.
Does seem good.
Would you make a defense check again? What did you call it before, Richie? The abominable guts.
Yeah, abominable goblobber.
Jeez, okay. All right, so this is an agility check. I'm not that great at this. I get an 11.
That's not quite enough. You did need a 12. You are spat in the face by.
Mike, consider spending an omen. How many omens do you have left?
Oh, right, omen.
That is totally blank on my sheet, so I'm just going to ignore that and not spend one.
What class are you?
No. Keep it on.
Yeah, you always have one omen, basically.
Okay.
So the omen can give you a reroll. But I mean, it's like a 60% chance of failure, so I don't know if it's worth it to spend the omen. It's your call, though.
No, I'm not going to. I'll take it on the chin, quite literally.
Literally. You do have an omen though, so just keep that in your back pocket. Cool. Right. So you are going to be vomiting and retching for 2 rounds. 2 rounds. Yeah, basically stuff hits you and it's like a big wad of spit and mucus, but with like little bird bones in it as well. Kind of hits you. Yeah, I think it's Mork, man. And you're fucked for two rounds.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to say combat has started, whether you want to engage or not. You run away if you want to. And it's done its attack So
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna charge it. I mean, what choice do I have? Merkari
Run
is well. I'm very cowardly, but I'm not that cowardly. All right, so I'm going to attack it. I hit on a 15.
nice. Yes, you do hit.
Pretty dope, bro. And
Yeah, you get
I'm still rocking that serious 1d4 damage, and I roll a 1. So I suspect
You could spend an omen to max damage.
Ooh, yeah, I'll spend an omen for max damage.
its skin actually only deflects one of those, so at 3 points on it.
Nice.
Cool. I'm going to introduce the house rule now of a hit will always cause at least one hit, just because otherwise there's far too much flailing, a lot of flailing. I mean, you hear both the spit, you literally hear the goblin the spit, and you hear Eldar being like, so you're aware something's going on behind you. Basically.
All right. Now that I know, and it sounds like their idiotic plan was interrupted, so I will go back out in the hallway and see this giant thing and decide on the fly if I'm going to run away or not. No, I'm not running away. All right. I will now move towards it with my sword drawn and the helmet on. Does the helmet is it like I've still got the torch, but is it better than being with the torch or?
No, it's like you're not wearing the helmet. It's kind of weird. It's like you've got the helmet on, but it's like you're not wearing a helmet. You're fine. You can see whatever.
Rad. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna run up. I'm assuming it's gonna be next turn before I can hit this thing.
Yeah. By the time you get out, sword and everything, you charge in. Oh shit! I forgot about that. Right. Cool. Okay. Right. It's gonna bring its claws. Basically, it's gonna rend across Eldar's face because you try to thing it. So it is trying 14.
You don't say. Did you say 14?
14, yeah.
All right. Well, no.
No. Okay. So you take a slash across the face for 5 hit points.
Yeah, okay. Well, hang on. I do have minus D2 damage on that. So I roll 1. And
nice.
When you hit 0 hit points in this game, you're
broken.
Yeah, I am now broken.
Oh shit!
Did you level up after your first adventure?
Oh, I forgot to. Did I get more hit points?
You get a certain number of hit points. Hold on.
You do. Let's have a look.
That's. I think we played, and I think you forgot to level up.
Yeah,
so.
I did.
So
getting better. Okay, roll 6d10. If the result is equal to or greater than your 6d10. Roll 6d10. If the result is equal to or greater than your current hit point maximum, increase it by d6. So you're gonna
roll d6. It's impossible for you to roll a 5.
Yeah. All right. So by a d6
or 4.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hang on. So my total was actually 6, and then I went down to 5, and then you just did how many to me? 4. Was that after my soak?
That was after your soak. Yeah.
After my soak. So okay, I'm at 1 hit point.
Cool.
Nice.
Right. You free. Merkari, this is the last turn where you've got Gob on you, so you can't act this turn, but you'll be free to act from next turn. Bit gross. It's a little like centipede runs across your face as you're trying to clear it. Gotven and Eldar, go for it.
All right. Do we get advantage on this because we're teaming up on this guy because he's big?
No, although you had number, he's too big. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I thought, but I was like, well,
yeah. 3 of you probably would, but 2 of you.
Well,
say
I'm gonna kind of see how if Merkari's got this or not Merkari. I'm gonna see if Gotven's got this handled.
Is a 10? Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit.
Okay.
10 is held. Yeah.
I think I'm disemboweled, and I'm like literally like
Uh-huh.
holding my wound shut, and they're like my innards are like squeezing out
All right.
through my wound. And so I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want to really run up there right now.
Okay. I will use an omen to reroll.
Brett.
That would be 18 plus 2, so 20.
That is a beautiful hit. Go for it.
Man, I wish I had had an omen to max my damage, because that would be great.
Yeah.
That is a 4 points of damage.
Nice. And its skin takes 1 off. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Yeah, you splash at it, and a big sort of flap of skin comes out where you splashed. It howls in pain and swings its claws around. Now it's going for you because not Merkari, Eldar, you kind of backed off now. Is that right? Did I read that right? If you kind of back.
I'm gonna press my attack. I'm holding my guts together. I'm gonna press because what choice do I have? What choice do I have at this point? And I miss. I cleanly miss.
Cool. You definitely missed. That's good. It will go for. Okay. It will go for Gotven, however, because you're now the threat. So could you make a defense check at difficulty 14, please?
All right. That will not make it, so do your damage.
Oh, so that's D6 damage. 4 damage.
All right. Use my D2 armor. Does the helmet give me any benefit?
Right, so this is what confused me about Mork Borg. When does, do you know what? Do you get D2 with advantage? Yeah, I don't get it. So do you know what? Do advantage.
Oh.
Do it gives you an advantage with your armor roll. That's what I'll say for now, and then we'll work something else
I'll
out,
roll
but...
I'll roll 2D2, and then
Yeah.
hopefully one of them rolls.
What's the 2?
It's literally 2 1s.
Nice.
So I will take 3 points of damage.
Yeah. I don't know how armor stacks, so that's how I'm gonna run
Right.
Just advantage.
Right. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, you flash it. And it starts bellowing, and you start seeing little boggart hands start appearing at the hole behind him.
What? No. No, that can't be.
Okay, it's you 3, and you can all act. And if all of you go for him, you would have an advantage.
Oh,
You're muted.
Mike, you're muted, bro.
He's gonna parlay with my goddamn hammer now. Come over here. I got a 20, but not a natural 20.
Okay.
18 plus
roll
2.
your damage.
I got 4 damage.
4 damage. Its skin takes 3 of them off. Sorry. That's 1 damage. Yeah, cool. You plant your knee into your hammer into its knee, and sort of take it. You feel it sort of chunk a little bit. Who's going next?
I'll go ahead and resolve my attack.
Yeah.
You said it's advantage now, right?
3 of you all poking at it. It's yeah.
Cons darn it! I failed to hit.
Okay. And this is definitely like a fucking Jason the Argonauts thing where you're poking at the screen and then it's at the other side, but you're never in the same shot together.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Perfect.
Yeah.
16 hits, right? So
Yeah, that is a hit. Look at Gotven. Gotven's a machine.
He is. It's fucking goddamn Boggart Slayer over here.
it takes 2 points of damage.
It does not. Oh, it does 1 because I said I'm using that rule.
Right.
So yes, yeah. You slash it at you slash at that flapper skin that you got and cut across the other side, and it starts bleeding. This thick black eye, and in fact, it's going to make a morale check.
Well, it's got all its friends behind it. Does that count?
It does, but I'm going to say no because they're so insignificant. Right. He's going to cheese it. He basically, in a kingly manner, sort of is sort of trying to push you away, and he starts going down the tunnel, and you can hear him screaming at the other thing, and you hear them screaming back at you at it, like there's congestion in the tunnel as it's trying to get away, and they thought they were going to attack, and you sort of hear screaming and punching. what do you want to do? I'm going to end the combat there. That is the situation in front of you.
Well, I have.
Water now picks up. Go on, yeah.
Well, I have one more thing I would like to do. I'd like to take the ball and chain with the foot on it, and just try and use it as a range weapon to try and like throw it at him and just freaking brain him with that. So
yes, do it.
Oh yeah, that's an 18.
Nice.
I don't know what kind of damage that would be, but
2d10 probably.
2d8 flails do d8 damage.
All right.
Oh,
Whoa.
I must have misremembered that.
Sure, yeah.
My bad.
That's a health rule.
That is an 8.
Amazing. Doesn't even matter. His armor won't take it. Yeah. In fact, you throw it, and it gets around his throat just as he's going down. Like it gets right around, and he's just like falls down into the tunnel, and you hear them all screaming and like, and there's like confusion and panic, and yeah, you hear this thing die in the tunnel.
All right, let's cheese it.
Now we're cheesing it?
Well, there's how many more of them coming?
Hey, we got the wood down there. Let's start that fire and
All
then
right,
cheese it.
done.
All right, yeah. Agreed.
I try and light it with my torch. This is not a very good...
For the magic of fantasy games, you find some rags, you find some like voiding cloths and that. And also there's a big body that can get set on fire now, so the smell of the burning boggart kind of comes up as well, like the hair and the stuff, and then a fire does start. And yeah, you start a fire in that tunnel. The water's building, so you're probably going to have to get out pretty soon.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Our only regret is that you'll die by flooding, Boggarts, and I leave.
Yes.
Cool. Well, you leave. You leave. You pull yourself out of the tunnel, and the rain is really coming down now. It's starting to hailstone down on you. Your bridge is still standing, but what you see as you come out is sort of the other side of the mound. There's a smoke, not cloud. You know what I mean, like a smoke funnel. Plume, thank you. That's it. Coming out. Obviously, they had a hole on the other side of the hill, which is how they would have escaped flooding. And you see figures like scattering into the mist. So you have successfully cleared out the boggart hole. That was a success. And I'm going to be really nice to you and not throw the last encounter. And let you get back to city unmolested. Absolutely fine, except could you all make one last very difficult presence check for me, please? So 16.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Presence checks are my specialty. Boom. I just rolled a 3, so...
I got a 19 somehow.
Oh, nice.
17.
Wow. Cool. So Gotven and Merkari, the whole way back, you are being shadowed by these figures in the mist. These grey figures watch you the whole time and never leave you alone, and only disappear when you enter sort of when you leave the wet Rotnor, Reginor bit and sort of go back into toward Alabaster City. They stop pursuing you.
But the grey figures are not Boggarts.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
But they're always...
something else.
And they're only ever in the mist. Because Alabaster City, I assume, doesn't have mist on the streets.
Yeah, no, you're fine. As soon as you're out there, yeah.
Man.
All
Jeez.
and you have successfully cleared out the boggart hole. Well
there we go.
done. That is as much as I have prepared.
Wonderful.
So,
Wonderful.
Nicely
I'd like
done.
to high five myself for the fire idea. No.
It was a fire idea, all right.
Oh, look, we all
do you
know.
want any behind the scenes stuff, or do you want to leave it all a mystery?
What do you think, Richard?
Well, I mean, I think we should. What are you willing to? Something that would entice people to come play in Rot Marches.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So everything involved that. So you were the second people to enter that dungeon.
Yeah.
However, the actions of the first group affected that dungeon. So,
Nice.
The body that was the hand sticking out, that was one of my player characters who didn't escape. they attempted to demolition the place. They set bombs, and he didn't escape. He died in the explosion. The puddle of clothes was where one of the PCs was given hallucinogenic drugs, took them, and then began to dance naked around the room, and that was their clothes that you found, that puddle of clothes.
Basilisk tears,
one of the rooms was empty because it had been cleared previously. So everything, there was a permanence. There was a permanence that changed how you approach that dungeon. It was different to how they approached it. And also, as a tiny teaser, throughout that entire adventure, there was a reference to a 1980s British TV children's programme called Nightmare. And if you can find that reference, I will be very impressed. Actually, it's quite obvious once I've told you that. But all of that, there will have been in-jokes in there that a lot of British people have got.
Wow.
Very nice.
Nice. Is there
really sorry. All the monsters are based on British folklore tales. The Boggarts are kind of goblins, like our equivalent of that. The thing that attacked at the beginning are known as shug monkeys, and apparently they live on the moors and hunt people. And they're kind of gross. I mean, they're not real, but yeah, they're in a shug monkey. So this
Are
entire
you saying
region
that's not real?
Yeah, I know, right? A wolf with a monkey for a thing. But yeah, the whole thing was all based on British folklore and monsters and stuff. I won't tell you what the people in the myth are, though.
Nice.
Can you tell me what the black lung thing is so I can add it to my equipment list?
Yeah, absolutely, I can. I will give you the rules for it. Because you rolled a 1, didn't you? So I had to give you a magic item. I wasn't going to give you a... Not a 1, you rolled a natural 20, didn't you? It is...
I can't remember.
The Zodiac Lung. Pressing this blackened organ to the chest absorbs it, leaving fetid scars and pustules. When absorbed, the user may breathe underwater, provided it's unclean. After an hour of submersion, the user may expunge the filth. But basically, it is result 33 in the magic items bit of the Ferratory scene.
Nice.
I was just having a look at
Sure.
And the helm is just like having a helm on, but it doesn't affect your
Exactly. Yeah.
We'll figure out the armor thing later.
Yeah, I don't kind of get it because you're kind of light or you're medium or you're heavy, and it's a bit like, well, if I'm wearing rags and a helmet, what am I? It's a bit like,
yeah. But there's not a lot of granularity,
which is fine.
Well, that was a lot of fun, man. Thanks for running for us. I had a great time.
Yeah.
Good. I did. I'd love it.
And Mike, dude, thank you for taking time in your, I guess it must be late afternoon, early evening for you. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come hang out with us and to be on Full Mill RPG and to play Mork Borg with us, man. It was super great having you.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, Mork Borg it's a real pleasure to play. It's a very cool, very fast, light RPG game that has a lot of depth as well. And also, I've never role-played with the three of you before, so this is really exciting. Definitely something hopefully we can do again in the future.
Yeah,
I would love it. I would love it if we would.
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome. Well, hey, great. Thanks. If you've watched this on YouTube or listened to it on the podcast, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.